What makes me me? Let me take you back in time, when two worlds collided. One of them famous for ice and snow, surrounded by high mountains and the deep sea. Here lives beautiful animals, but one that truly represents one of the worlds. The wolf. Courageous and smart, but afraid of being alone. It's stubborn and a perfectionist. This world is totally different from the other. It's loud and humid. It's as though someone has painted the whole country with the colors of the sunset. It's a perfect chaos. And in this chaos, a beautiful creature lives. The peacock. It's humble and quiet, only opening up to certain creatures, hiding its beauty. These two worlds are totally different, but they both represent me, and they both make me me. The most beautiful qualities I have are from my parents and my heritage. I'm like a chameleon that can live in both worlds. Now it's time for the tutorial. I'm starting off with the Total Control Draft Foundation, and I'm using it all over my chest and in my face. To draw the first wolf, I'm using the jumbo eye pencil in milk. And to add shadow and depth, I'm using liquid suede. I'll list all of them down below so you guys can check them out. Finishing it off with the nose and the eyes. Here I'm using a deeper liquid suede, and I'm just carving out the second wolf that will be like in the background. Also beginning with the kind of like the sky. Using the jumbo eye pencil, I'm creating that kind of windy effect to the sky. Doing the exact same thing with the second wolf, I'm just using white and black to create depth and make it look more realistic. And finishing it off with the eye. Here I'm using the ultimate brights to create more depth in the background and the sky. And to finish this chest piece off, I'm creating mountains in the background. I'm using the jumbo eye pencil here as well. I'm using the same liquid suede as we did in the sky. on my forehead to contour, and then I'm going in with the jumbo eye pencil in milk to just kind of create that snowy effect around my eye. Then I'm adding small dots, which are kind of supposed to be snow. And of course, I'm adding glitter. I'm repeating the exact same thing around my eye, just adding some diamonds as well. Then I'm using that deep blue we used on the wolf, the second wolf, on my lips. And that's pretty much it for the first look. I'm literally repeating myself, but I'm just starting off with a base color here as well, and that's liquid suede. Then I'm using a deeper tone of purple to create depth and make the bird look more realistic. And of course adding white. Then I'm using kind of an orangey red as background, and I'm blending it out with my fingers later on. Using that same ultimate palette as we used before, I'm using that yellow, and I'm creating kind of a sunset feel on the chest. And here I'm adding the famous peacock feathers. I'm using a hot pink. All are liquid suedes, like the whole peacock is made of liquid suedes. And as I said, I'll list them all down below. Adding depth with that same purple as we used on the peacock. And then adding some white lines. Creating that sunset feel in my face as well, using the ultimate palette. Then going in with liquid suede, and I'm just repeating the exact same thing as I did on the peacock feathers, using hot pink, then purple, and then I'll just add some glitter. I added some dots, and that was pretty much it for the second look. The last look I did exactly the same. I used the same colors as I used on the wolves, creating depth with darker tone of blue. And then creating that hairy texture with the jumbo eye pencil in milk. Finishing it off with the nose and the eyes. I'm using that same hot pink, but I'm creating bigger peacock feathers because I wanted them to be really big and just really in focus. Adding depth with purple and that orangey red we used on the peacock before. Then using the ultimate palette, I'm creating them yellow, and then the same orangey red for the pattern inside of the peacock feather. I decided to create feathers in my face as well, so I created one in my forehead, and on my forehead, and then two under the eyes. And that's pretty much it for this look as well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I know it's quite long and it's quite heavy to watch, but it was a lot of fun to create.